AMC Entertainment CEO Adam Aron said he has asked the company's board to red circle and freeze his target cash and stock pay for 2023. The stock has plunged in the last 3 sessions after AMC announced another equity sale and plans for a reverse stock split. In a series of tweets, Aron said companies will grant large salary raises because of the surge in inflation, but he didn't want more when shareholders were hurting. He said he also asked most AMC senior officers to forgo an increase in salaries. Now, remember, at the beginning of the year, the stock was 26 and change.
Right.
It's now $4.
He also made $50 million in total comp for the last 3 years. So,
I mean, his pay
probably
has been
socked some away.
Right. It's smallest violin right now for him. It's a nice gesture, but a stronger gesture would have been to take a pay cut after your company loses $10 billion in a year in market cap. You ask what happens to him.
But what happens to him?
You think something happens to him?
I don't know. Do the shareholders love him? Do they hate him? I'm not sure what they think. I think they still like him.
I think that they still like him. He definitely listens to them.
I think he would also tell you that the valuation. I mean, he wouldn't say this, but he would. I think if he were able to say it, he knows in his head the valuation made no sense a year ago.
Probably.
Right? I mean, this is the conundrum that he was facing, though. You can't come out and say. I mean,
my stock is overvalued.
Elon Musk used to say my stock. He used to say all the time, my stock is overvalued. And now people are upset. Of course it was overvalued. And he said it was overvalued. Adam Aron, I think, knew it was overvalued, too. So do you take a pay cut based on the valuation? That's actually an interesting question. Or do you take a pay cut based on the operations of the business? I mean, which version of the world are we supposed to live in? The sort of fairy tale, Wonderland version of the stock market?
I'm thinking more of in order to placate a retail shareholder base who are paying more for gas, more for groceries, more for rent, and they're seeing that stock they've been loyally holding for however long, 2-3 years, go down to $4 a share, and that CEO is making $18 million.
Oh, I'm not arguing for him to make more money.
I'm just saying the perspective of that.
What did we decide his actual salary was, though? When he says when he's saying freeze my
I'm not sure what the division is between salary and stock.
And also, if stock is a huge component of it, one of the things that happens all the time is we talk about some number, but that's oftentimes based on grants that have to hit numbers.
Right. And so it may never hit. It may never.
And well, it works.
So his base salary in
ways.
2021 and 2020 was in the $1.5 million range, and then the rest of that was equity bonuses, additional.
So when we say 50
on top of that, but not necessarily all of that is tied to hitting certain benchmarks.
But the 50 question
is over 3 years.
But was it really 50? I mean, it was 50 based at that time. It was 50 based on these numbers. And this is the problem with just a lot of these calculations.
Right, they're eye-popping numbers on purpose.
But sometimes it's the opposite. So sometimes it's 50 and turns into 100, and nobody talks about it afterwards at 100. And sometimes the 50 is really like 10.
But also a lot of times when they get these equity payouts, they have scheduled sales every single quarter. So it's almost impossible to calculate what the
That's
real
the great
value
conundrum of
stock compensation.